Hi everyone, my name is Carissa Plunk and I am a Norwex independent consultant, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you a few things about Norwex and just tell you a few things that I've learned about Norwex. Now, if you've never heard of Norwex, Norwex stands for Norwegian Experience, and it actually started in Norway, and it all began with what's called the Envirocloth. Now, the Envirocloth is awesome. It's made with microfiber, and I like to call it my everything cloth because it will clean every surface in your home just using water. It is awesome. You don't have to add any chemicals whatsoever to this product because it cleans mechanically. That means that because of how the high quality of the fabric, you can actually just get this wet and it is ready to go to work for you. And it is awesome. The things that this thing can do and clean has just been amazing to me. And so I just wanted to tell you a few things that set our microfiber, the Norwex microfiber, apart from other microfiber cloths. Now, in order for something to be called microfiber, it has to be one size of 1/6 of a human hair. And so if you take a human hair, a hair out of your own head, and you split it 6 ways, that is how tiny microfiber actually has to be in order to be called microfiber. The cool thing about the Norwex microfiber is that it is the size of 1/200th of a human hair, which is almost hard for us to even imagine. But if you take a human hair, pull it out lengthwise, and you split it 200 ways, that is how micro tiny these cloths are. So that is the first thing that sets these apart from all of the microfiber cloths. Now the second thing that sets them apart is the density of the cloth. If you were to hold this up to a light, you cannot see through it. It's so dense. There's a whole bunch of fibers in here, and it is so strong. And I just want to tell you, if you were to stretch this from end to end and pull it apart fiber by fiber, it would stretch 1,800 miles. That would take you from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico, and that is how much material and fibers is in this Envirocloth. Now the third thing that sets this apart, and it's my favorite part about these cloths, is something called backlock technology. Now what the backlock technology is, and you can see it right on the tag. If you buy our cloths, you'll see it right on the tag right here. Backlock technology means that within the fibers, silver has been embedded. And what that silver does, and if you know anything about silver, silver is very purifying. And so if you were to take a regular cloth, throw it into the dishwater, wash whatever you're washing with it, and then forget about it for a couple days, it's going to start getting a bad smell, which is mold and mildew and bacteria that grows on that. Well, we have something with the backlock technology that prevents that from happening to our cloths. What you're going to do when you're ready to clean a surface is you're going to take the cloth and you're just going to get it wet with some warm water, and then you're going to wring it out. And then what I like to do is I like to fold it in half, and then I fold it in half again. Now with that backlock technology and with all of these tiny little fibers that are here, the micro fibers that are in here, you can actually use this on any surface and it will remove up to 99% of all bacteria and germs off of your surfaces just with water. And it is because of all these tiny little fingers that are in here. This can get into crevices, crooks and crannies on your surfaces that regular cloths just wipe over and can't get into. And so this cloth is actually can remove 99% of bacteria, which is so cool. Now most of us usually go to our go-to, the antibacterial wipes. When my kids are sick, this is one of the first things that I used to purchase whenever they got sick. But I'm going to show you something tonight and tell you that I do not buy these anymore because I have the Norwex Envirocloth, which removes 99% of all bacteria. And I'm going to do a demonstration for you using something called Glow Germ. Now Glow Germ is actually something that they use in schools to make sure that kids are washing their hands properly. If you put this on the child's hands and they wash them, whenever they shine the black light on it, if they've done a good job, they don't glow. If they haven't done a good job, then they'll see some particles that are glowing still. And so I'm just going to put this on my board here. It's just a white dry erase board, and this is going to represent all of the bacteria and germs that are on our surfaces. So I'm just going to spread this out and kind of smash it in. And remember, we cannot see bacteria and germs. They are invisible. So we are going to trust these antibacterial wipes that they're going to do that job for us that we're needing them to do, as far as taking care of all the bacteria, killing it, and doing what it needs to be done for us. But I'm going to show you here in just a minute that they're not doing what we thought they were doing. One thing I want to tell you is if you look at the back of the bottle, it will say that this needs to stay visibly wet for 4 to 5 minutes for it to kill the bacteria and germs. So you're going to have to get your surface wet enough for it to stay visibly wet for that long, 4 to 5 minutes, for it to kill the germs. The second thing that you're going to read, because this is a chemical, and you clean 3 different ways. You can clean with chemicals, you can clean with heat, or you can clean with what we like to call mechanical, with just water and the Norwex cloths. So just know that with this, they recommend, because it is a chemical, that you need to wipe it off the surface with clean water, because you're going to have a chemical residue that's left. And so they really recommend that you clean that off, that way that you don't come in contact with that residue. But with the Norwex cloth, you don't have to worry about chemical residue, because it's going to not leave anything, it's just water. Okay, so go ahead and get the light, and I'm going to rinse this off my hand, and we're going to get started showing you the difference. Now everything is right here. I'm going to use the cloth on the tag side, because I feel like that's important that I stick with the same side. And the first thing I'm going to do, you can see the glow germ glowing. I'm going to take my antibacterial wipe, just like we always do. I've actually got 2 of them. And I usually, when I'm getting ready to clean, I take it, I fold it in half to get it easy to work with, and then I just start wiping the surface. Now remember, you do not see germs and bacteria most of the time. So the glow germ is just representing that, and you can see it glowing. So as you can see, I'm just spreading those germs around, and it's not actually taking care of them. I've even got some on my countertop, which is kind of cool because I'll be able to show you what the Norwex cloth actually does. So now I'm going to take the Norwex cloth. Now just remember, whenever you wipe your doorknobs off, and most of the time we run through the house and we do that quickly with our antibacterial wipes, but look what's happening. And if you take that same cloth and you move it to another surface, and then to another surface, and then to another surface, you're just spreading this stuff around. And hopefully it's wet enough that it'll stay wet for 4 to 5 minutes. But I know myself, I have not made sure of that. So I've got the Norwex cloth. I've actually folded it in half one more time for this small board that I'm going to show this demonstration on. Watch what happens with one swipe of the Norwex Envirocloth. It actually removes 99% of the bacteria. And you can visibly see the difference between what the antibacterial wipes did and what the Envirocloth can do. It actually removes. And we get these, you can get these in a pack of 5 that are mini versions. And so you can take this into stores with you with like a Ziploc bag if you wanted to do it that way. And this will actually remove, if you're going into the shopping store and you don't want to take, if you realize now that the antibacterial wipes aren't doing the job that you thought they were going to do, then you can take this and you know that it's going to do the good job. I'm going to go ahead and turn it, and we're just going to clean up this whole board with our Envirocloth, and then you can rest assured that 99% of all bacteria on your surfaces are going to be completely cleaned off if you use the Norwex Envirocloth. So this is an awesome demonstration. So what I'm going to do now, after you've cleaned your surfaces, you're thinking, well, now I've got all this stuff on my cloth, now what do I do? So what you're actually going to do is you are going to take the cloth and you're going to open it up, and then we're going to take it to the sink one more time. And I'm going to turn this light on, and we're going to rinse it out with warm water once again. And what I like to do, as the water's running over it, I just rub it together against itself to get all that germs and bacteria and whatever else you've wiped off. If you've done a dirty surface, you just rub it till it comes clean. Just like we wash our hands. You don't have to wash this every time. We don't throw our hands into the washing machine every time. So what you can do, now I've flipped it, and I'm doing the same thing on this side, and I'm just letting that clean water rub through, and we're taking all of the germs and bacteria off of the cloth. And then you're going to wring it out, get it as wrung out as possible, and then you're going to actually hang it from the little loop that's here, and you can put it on a doorknob, you can put it on a hook, just somewhere where it can dry. And you're going to let this dry. And with that backlock technology and the silver that's embedded into this, it self-purifies within 24 hours. Just let it dry, and then you actually are ready to use it again the next time you're ready to clean your house. You only have to wash these in the washing machine about once every week to every 2 weeks. It depends on the kind of job that you're doing. And if you notice that you have a spot on it that you really want to think it needs some soap, you're more than welcome to use a little bit of dish soap and rub that together, rinse it out, and then let it hang to dry, and it's ready to go again. So this is one of our first products that Norwex ever came out with, and it's the first product that I actually bought because I wanted to see the quality of the microfiber, and I have absolutely fallen in love with this cloth. It is amazing. So that's what I wanted to show you. Thank you so much.